Hello everyone, welcome back to Coding Maestro. In today's video, I will show you how to make an automatic dustbin. So first we are going to prepare the software. I have opened Arduino IDE and I have already entered the code. You can find the code in the description. So now I'm plugging in the computer and I'm uploading the code. Before we upload the code, we need to first compile the code. To do that, first we need to select the board, which is Arduino Uno, and we also need to select the port to which the board is connected to the computer. Now compiling the code. As you can see on the screen, there's a message that says done compiling. Now we have to upload the code. So it's a fast process to upload very small code. Since this is a small code, we can upload it very quickly. Now we can also see that the code is being uploaded and there are various different lights that turn on the Arduino that shows us that the code is being uploaded. So the code is done uploading. So next we are going to prepare the hardware. There are various materials needed for this. The materials required are an Arduino Uno, a SG90 micro servo motor. I'll add links to all of the products in the description on Amazon, and if you're in Bangalore, I'll add it to a store called Probots where you can go and buy the products. Next, we are using a HC-SR04 ultrasonic sensor. This is going to be a main part. Then we need lots and lots and lots of jumper cables. After that, we'll also be needing can you guess it? Yes, it's a lithium ion battery pack in which we have two batteries and a case. Each battery costs about 80 Indian rupees. So it's a battery pack, it's rechargeable. And then we need a switch so that we can control how the power goes into the Arduino. If you have been active on my channel recently, I have actually posted a YouTube short on the working of this automated dustbin, or we can also call it as a smart dustbin. So now we are going to connect the various jumper cables to our HCSR04 ultrasonic sensors. So as you can see, I'm plugging in the various jumper cables. I need a lot of jumper cables, but actually it is enough. It is very much it's not very much required to add 3 sets of jumper cables, since I need the SR04 ultrasonic sensor long away from the actual Arduino Uno, so I'm connecting it with 4 different sets of jumper cables. I'm gonna call the HC-SR04 ultrasonic sensor as just ultrasonic sensor. We have to plug in 3 different sets of cables. I have not posted a video for a very long time now. This is going to be kind of, So now the first set of jumper cables is plugged in. As you can see, there are various ports on the HCSR04 ultrasonic sensor. They are the GND, Trig, VCC and Echo. So basically how the HCSR04 ultrasonic sensor works is there's an emitter and a receiver. The ultrasonic sound waves are emitted through the emitter, and if there's an object, the object blocks the ultrasonic waves and it will also reflect the ultrasonic waves back to the reflector. If there's no object, the waves travel freely and they do not come back to the receiver. As you can see, I have plugged in another set of wires or jumper cables. Next is the last and final set. The code and the circuit diagram of this project will be in the description. I'll make sure to put the code in the description, and the circuit diagram will also be put in the description and also at the end of the video, so it will help you. See, as you can see, 3 sets of wires are connected now. Now I have taken the SC04 ultrasonic sensor and I'm connecting the GND that turns into purple, then it turns into blue. The GND is the blue color. So I'm plugging the GND into the GND port on the Arduino Uno board. So the GND port on the Arduino Uno board is not actually in the power or analog in, it's actually in the digital PWM. Okay, so it's the fourth port from the last. I'm plugging it into the GND port. As you can see now, it is connected to the GND port. Now I'm going to take the echo cable and I'm going to connect it into the, see, the echo cable turns into another blue color cable. I'm going to now plug the echo cable. As you can see, I'm going to plug it into the 6th port, number 6 port on the digital PWM side of the Arduino board. Next, I am going to connect the trig or trigger and option or port of the ultrasonic sensor into the, I am going to plug it into the number 5 on the Arduino Uno. As you can see, it comes down to a purple cable and I am going to plug it into the number 5 on the Arduino Uno. Number 5. And then I'm going to take the gray cable, which is the VCC cable, the gray color cable, and I'm going to plug it into the 5 volt on the power side of the Arduino Uno. Not on the digital side, but on the power side. I'm going to plug it into 5 volt plus 5 volt. Now I have cleaned up my workstation and I have taken the SR90 micro servo motor, and I am going to be changing the tip as we need it to open the lid of the dustbin. I'm going to be changing the tip of the SC90 micro servo motor. Yes, this is the tip that I'm going to be using. So we just plug the old tip and now we place the new tip. So I'm going to be placing the new tip. I'm going to be pressing it hard and and it is connected. Next I'm going to be packing everything in, and I'm going to be taking 3 more jumper cable or jumper wires and connecting it by their colors to the other set of jumper cables on the micro servo. On the micro servo, I'm going to be connecting it to the other 3 sets of cables. As you can see, it moves very easily. Now it is connected. Next, I'm going to be taking the one of the cables, that is the red jumper wire, no, the brown jumper wire, and I'm going to be inserting it to the Arduino Uno. The brown jumper wire represents the black cable of any servo. The black cable is also the positive side of the micro servo. I am going to be connecting it to G&D port of the Arduino Uno. G&D port that comes in the power side. I'll be connecting it to the G&D port. Next, I'm going to be taking the red wire or red cable of the Arduino of the micro servo motor, and I'm going to be plugging it in to the Arduino. The Arduino Uno is a very good device that teaches kids basic robotics. I'm going to be plugging it into the 3.3 volt of the Arduino Uno. 3.3 volt of the Arduino Uno. So I'm going to be taking the orange wire and I'm plugging it into the 7 port on the digital side of the Arduino Uno. On the digital side of the Arduino. As you can see, micro servo motor, the ultrasonic sensors are all connected. Now I'm going to be connecting the power battery pack to the Arduino using jumper cables. I'm going to tie the normal cable. As you can see now, the cable is tied to the jumper cable of the Arduino Uno jumper wire, which is going to be now connected to the Arduino Uno. Now I'm going to be taking the negative wire of the Arduino Uno and be connecting it. Before that, I'm going to connect it with a piece of tape so that the wires don't short. If there's no tape, the wires would short and the circuit will be damaged. The tape is now fixed, and now I am going to be connecting the other side of the wire into the jumper cable. I am going to be peeling off the plastic coating so that the copper wires can be exposed. After the copper wires are exposed, I'll now twist and turn them into one strand of copper so that it will be very easy for me to put it into the switch. Now I'm twisting it so that it will be very easy to put it into the switch. Now I'll take the switch and now insert it. Before that, I'm going to be twisting it a little more. I'm going to now be taking the switch and I'm going to be putting the copper wire inside of it. As you can see now, the copper wire has been inserted and I'm securing it by twisting the wire around the plastic coating. Then I'm going to be taking another piece of wire to connect it to the other end of the switch. This wire also needs to be in this wire too, the plastic coating needs to be removed. So I'll do that quickly over here. The plastic coating is now removed. So as the plastic coating is removed, I'll insert it into the switch. I'm now going to be turning it making sure it has a tight fit on the switch. You can see the fit is very tight. Now I'm going to be connecting it with the Arduino Uno. The black wire or the positive wire goes into the GND of the Arduino Uno, the power side, and the red or negative wire will go to the VIN port of the Arduino Uno, which is on the power side too. After this, I'll be adding a circuit diagram so that will help you with seeing and doing this project yourself. After connecting it, we need to connect the micro servo motor to the dustbin lid, which I have cut out of cardboard, which is roughly the size of the bin. And then I'm going to be connecting it with the micro servo motor, after which this project is complete. You can try it out, and I'll add a test video later from which you can refer and see. So thank you guys for watching this. Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Master. Today I have created a smart dustbin using ultrasonic sensors, Arduino Uno and a servo motor. The ultrasonic sensor detects the motion in the hand and opens the servo motor, thereby opening the lid of the bin. Tutorial coming out soon, stay tuned.